Hello and welcome to this tarot card reading for the week of November the 9th through the 15th, 2025. My name is Angelyn. Thank you so much for joining me for this read. If this is not your first time, thank you so much for joining me again. And if it is your first time, welcome. I always invite comments and questions and, conversation in the comments. So please be my guest. We're going to go right into the theme for the week. We have the Page of Wands. He is an adventurer. He's the one that says, hey man, this is going to be fun, right? We don't exactly know where we're going or what we're doing, but this is going to it'll be fun. It'll be fun. So to me, this is speaking directly to, last week was kind of bumpy for a lot of people. And maybe this is asking us to sort of make a little bit of a shift in our perspective. It can be very easy to sort of circle the drain when things are really wacky out there, right? When a lot of stuff is happening and things feel dire. However, I do think there's a whole lot of it's tough to know how we can do something to change what's happening outside of us. And I think to a large degree, what we can change is the way that we manage it and the way that we look at it. And this is a card that is saying, hey, what if you just tried to look at this as like some kind of an adventure? I am not trying in any way to diminish the things that are happening or to make light of it or be positive in a toxic way. However, I do think that crying and grieving and having your moment and also saying, well, we don't know what's coming and we're going to do the best we can is important. I really do. And I think that this week we're being invited to do that, to say we do not know what's coming. And in the meantime, who would like to learn how to make bread or, we don't know what's coming, but let's see if there's a new and interesting way we can do this thing that we normally do a different way. And I think that's good for us. It's good for our creativity and our mind. Okay, so we're going to take that as like an overarching sort of piece of advice. Sunday, we have the Death card. Now, the Death card is about an ending, but it's also about an ending for the sake of a beginning. An ending for the sake of there is something coming that is going to be better. And Sunday, look at your day, notice what is ending, what is coming. Because I think it's something. Monday, we're looking at the Three of Cups. Now, the Three of Cups can be taken in two different ways. The Three of Cups is about community, family, like feeling a part of a group. Usually in a positive way. Usually this card is positive and it feels good to be a part of something rather than, it's not, I don't think this is about the work meeting that you were dreading, but it could be more about, a friendship or a relationship with a child or, with your child or something like that. Now, the two different ways that you can look at it is Monday, you're being told to reach out to the friend that you need to text, reach out to the friend that you need to call the family member, get in touch with them, just, connect with them and enjoy the time. It could mean oh gosh, I really do. I think I'm going to go to book club this time, It also, for the introverts out there, it could mean spending some time in gratitude about the relationships that you have, about the family that you have created or that you've built relationships with, or the community that you are pulling in around you. Okay, Tuesday, the 11th, we have the Magician. Now, the Magician is the alchemist, and he, above and beyond everything else, he says, take what's happening in the external and look at the internal and notice, how is this the same? What are the patterns that I'm seeing? As I'm noticing that this is what's happening in my immediate vicinity, how is that also happening within me, emotionally or physically? This is an important noticing card to me. Whenever this comes in, it's okay, he's alchemizing something. He's wanting you to take this idea and this idea, bring them together and understand them. Spend some time in reflection. So Tuesday will be a really good day to meditate, a really good day to journal, to spend some time doing some of that reflective integration work. Wednesday the 12th, we have the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so many of you know that the wheel indicates a fall, a climb, and a rest. And that full and complete cycle indicates another little jump and evolution. This card indicates that a full cycle has occurred. So Wednesday, I think looking around and saying, what cycle has just completed? What has just taken place from beginning to end that has ended today? How can I tell that there is a difference in the way that I deal with this, understand it, communicate, etc.? The reflection is very important about this card, because if you don't do it, you might repeat the cycle again. So I think Wednesday, we need to take some time to reflect and really pay attention to the cycle that has just ended for each of us. Thursday. So Thursday is the 13th of November. That is the Two of Pentacles. This is a harmonious and beautiful day to pay your bills, look at your finances, see if are you getting charged, 2 times at the gym? Go through and just sort of look, pay attention. You don't need to do a fine-tooth comb. You don't need to itemize every single thing. But I think looking at everything and just sort of giving it a once over and, paying the couple of things that you've been putting off, or starting that savings account. This would be a good day to start a savings account. It would also be a good day to say, ooh, I think I'm going to take an everything shower, or ooh, I think I'm going to take care of myself in some way that feels harmonious, that feels like this. So to me, it would be taking a bath and reading a book and shaving my legs and giving myself a mask. It would be that kind of thing. Looking at my finances, making sure all my invoices are paid, things like that. Friday, November the 14th, we have the Hermit. Lots of people think that the Hermit is all about spending time alone, and sometimes that's true. Pay attention to the numerology. Can you see the numerology? He's 9. So he's signifying that we're completing something. We're completing some sort of mental thing, some sort of task. He is one that he makes sure that the things in his practical life are taken care of. So this card is saying on Friday, you need to make sure that the laundry doesn't sit in the washer. Put it in the dryer. You need to make sure that the laundry is folded and put away rather than on the floor. Okay? You need to make sure that the sheets get changed if they need to be changed. That's a good day to take care of, to put to bed some of those things that you need to do. And then spend some time doing something that you want and pay attention to what is being illuminated. See that lantern? I think that this is the most important part of this card, is the lantern, because he's shining a light on something. In this case, he's shining a light to Thursday, to the money, to the self-care or money situation that you're going to be taking care of and minding, giving some love to. And so what he's saying is there's something to know about that. Whatever it is you spent your time doing on Thursday, there's something more to know and to have awareness around on Friday. So on Friday, I want you to get those practical things done and spend some time on your own. And that means putting your phone down. Okay. All right. And on Saturday, we have the Five of Wands. The fives, as you know, are expansive. But in order to get to a place of expansion, there's a little bit of pain. And the Five of Wands is no exception. There is a feeling of inequity. There is a feeling of fighting, arguing, like there is action being taken against one another. Now, this card can also mean that there is a person like a person or an entity, you might become aware that that guy at your job is reporting things that you're doing to your boss. Or you might become aware that, I'm just going to take the book club example again, that the gal from your book club is talking about you to the other ladies. I mean, I don't know, but this is a day to realize something like that, Saturday. Now, this can also mean hard stop. And so Saturday could also bring the energy of whatever your plans were, they're not going to happen. And so because there's conflict going on in your life or the world or something, be okay just not powering through. Be okay saying, oh gosh, this isn't the day. I know we plan to do blah, 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 but we're not going to have time to do it. I just don't feel up to it, or, we don't have the money, whatever it is, it's okay to say full stop. Okay? Remember, as much as you can, bring that sense of adventure. Be curious about what's happening, about what's going to happen, about where we're going and how we're going to get there. Okay? Hang in there. I will see you next time. Thank you so much for joining me.